Everyone wants to be a better dungeon master. But here's the secret. The fastest way to level up your DMing isn't by reading more rulebooks or playing more Dungeons and Dragons. It's by playing different systems. And for my money, that system that you should be playing as a DM is Mothership. Today, I want to break down how running Mothership will make you a better dungeon master. And I'm going to teach you the lessons that will totally transform the way you run Dungeons and Dragons. Let's get into it. In Mothership, fear is the fuel. Stress mechanics, panic checks, dwindling resources, it's all designed to remind players that survival isn't guaranteed. As a dungeon master, this teaches you to embrace tension. In D&D, we often default to combat as the only way to create stakes. But tension is far more versatile. It's in the silence of an empty dungeon corridor, the ticking of a clock during an interrogation, the knowledge that the villain already has the upper hand. Fear has never required a monster in the room. It requires uncertainty. Learning to run Mothership makes you comfortable wielding uncertainty as a tool. This is how you keep your players leaning forward in their chairs. In Mothership, characters are incredibly fragile. They're scientists, engineers, medics, mercenaries, but they break, they panic, they get incredibly stressed out, and they die. Pretty easily, I might add. That fragility forces players to roleplay vulnerability. They admit their fear, they argue under pressure, they make extremely flawed choices. In D&D, where heroes are durable, this lesson is absolute gold. If you can create situations where even powerful characters feel vulnerable, whether emotionally, socially, or morally, you unlock a far deeper roleplay. Mothership reminds us that the perfect heroes are absolutely boring. Minimaxers, this game ain't for you. This game is all about the vulnerability of life and how each individual person has their own skills that they can contribute to the greater goal. However, in order to do so, they've got to take risks. You can create situations where even powerful characters feel vulnerable. The cracks in a character are where the light gets in and where the best stories live. Mothership scenarios thrive on simplicity. A derelict ship, a mining colony, an alien specimen loose on board. That's all you need to create a night of unforgettable play. When it comes to Mothership, less is more. The game trains you to trust in the table's imagination. The mood you create matters more than the encyclopedia of lore you've created. When you cut the fat, what's left? Atmosphere. Deep, brooding atmosphere that lingers. In D&D, death often feels like a speed bump. Raised dead, resurrection, a generous DM hand wave. In Mothership, when someone dies, they stay dead. The gravity of every decision hangs heavy. That premise teaches you something critical. Consequences are what makes stories meaningful. When you bring this lesson back into D&D, you don't need to kill characters, but you can make choices stick. A town remembers if the party abandoned them. A rival NPC holds a grudge. A cursed artifact doesn't just vanish when Dispel Magic is cast. Consequences are the glue that make a campaign feel alive. Mothership drills this into you. Running horror is all about rhythm. Moments of quiet, then moments of chaos, suspense, then release. Mothership forces you to think like a film director. You can't have constant screaming panic. Players burn out. You need contrast. That pacing mastery carries directly into D&D. Long dungeon crawl should be broken by a safe campsite or a funny NPC. A high-stakes political intrigue needs moments of liberty. Horror is the purest form of pacing training. If you can run a tense sci-fi session without burning your players out, you can run anything. So, if you want to be a better dungeon master, pick up Mothership. It'll teach you how to use fear without monsters, how to make players roleplay vulnerability, how to cut your prep to the bone, how to make consequences matter, and how to pace like a master storyteller. Don't just learn D&D, learn from the games that sharpen the skills D&D often hides. I'm Rob Bradley, the founder of Rolldark, and welcome to our channel. I hope you've subscribed. If not, please do so. Give us a like and a thumbs up, whatever it is. And yeah, leave us some comments in the comments section with regards to the RPGs that you found have really made you a better Dungeon Master. If you want to become a professional Dungeon Master, we actually have one of the world's best Dungeon Master courses. Check out this trailer.
You've walked the path of the storyteller. Now it's time to forge your legacy.
Rolldark, where professional game masters are forged. Enroll now. Search Rolldark and discover your destiny.